many public places and just to go take a tinkle, meaning just to go pee, urinate, you shouldn't have a foul odor of fish. You got men talking about how they're custodians from gyms to school and they got to clean the women's restroom. They say it's worse.
Part where I was talking about how I had sex with, was it 3 men in a day? Yes. And then I ended up getting a yeast infection.
This shit smell like something died in that mother.
He said that she tried Monistat, douche, and nothing was working to get rid of the smell.
Slut shaming just doesn't make any sense.
I feel that a lot of black women have been, well, I guess women in general, but because I am a black woman, I'm going to speak about it. I think a lot of black women have been given a disservice regarding hygiene by their mothers, family members, whoever. There's a lot of women walking around here with odor, really bad odor. I did a video about it before, but I took it down. I've been in many public places and just to go take a tinkle, meaning just to go pee, urinate, you shouldn't have a foul odor of fish.
Damn, these smells, I don't know what it is.
You shouldn't. I'm not saying you're supposed to smell like roses down there, but you shouldn't be smelling like fish. There's a lot of women smelling like fish lately, and I don't know what is going on. I've seen some videos where women are talking about what's the men that, you deal with, they're sleeping around and this and that, whatever. You shouldn't smell like fish. There should not be a fishy odor from you just urinating. I think a lot of women don't really know necessarily how to clean themselves down there. I've heard stories of women not even being taught by their own mothers how to clean themselves, or their mother just feeling a certain type of way. Well, I don't know how to clean myself, so I'm not going to teach her how to clean herself. Or they do know how to clean themselves, but maybe they don't want to teach their daughter how to, which is crazy to me. And women talking about they have to go to the doctor and get antibiotics and this and that, whatever. If you are a woman that is sexually active, after engaging in sexual activity, you are supposed to clean yourself. You are supposed to urinate. You're supposed to hop in the shower. You're supposed to use some type of soap. Me personally, I use antibacterial soap, which is dial soap, either the white one or the yellow one. And I clean myself afterwards. And I also use an empty Summer's Eve douche bottle. And I put some water in there and some vinegar, some apple cider vinegar, and rinse myself out. And if you want to overdo it and, go to the extreme, you're more than welcome to take an empty Tampax or tampon and put boric acid pill in there and put it up there and release it, and you should be good to go. You should not be smelling like fish. There's a lot of women that think after engaging in sexual activities that you just lay there and you go to sleep or whatever. No, since you are the vessel, you need to go in there and remove everything out and clean yourself. Whether you have protected or unprotected sex, you need to do that. You can't just be laying around. I just got to give that information out because I think some women just don't know that. And you should bathe yourself. I feel women should bathe themselves. I take 2 showers a day. That might be, for some people, overdoing it. I used to even do more than that when I was actually active in the gym. But yeah, hygiene is very important. And there's a lot of women that just don't care about hygiene. And it's really sad to me, especially the religious ones, because you say cleanliness is next to godliness, right? Well, you're committing a sin. You're committing a sin. I'm out. Getting some traction. And you know what's crazy? You got a lot of men and women agreeing with me. A lot of men and women agreeing with me. Talking about how the female restroom is disgusting. You got men talking about how they're custodians from gyms to schools to stores. The list can go on. And they got to clean the women's restroom. They say it's worse. It is worse than the men's restroom. How is that possible? How is that possible? You got women even agreeing, talking about when they're done at the gym, when they got to go to the public female restroom at a market or anywhere like that, at the mall, Target. The list can go on, and they say it's the worst. Some women talking about they got to wait 15 minutes after it's completely cleared out before they can even enter in. Like, come on, man. I'm not making this stuff up. When did women start to get to this point in life? You got so many women out here agreeing with me. You think I'm making this up? This is the truth. No lies detected. People talking about seafood boils. People talking about people's diets. People talking about water intake. People talking about people not using soap and water down there. The list can go on and on and on. But guess what? I know people that don't have great diets and they still don't smell like that. Soap and water never hurt nobody. Simple as soap and water. Get in those pits. Get in that butt. Get in that JJ. Clean yourself. And you men too. Something is going on, and I don't want to smell it no more. Perfume is not going to mask it. Take a shower. Don't put the same underwear back on after you take a shower. Make sure your bedding is clean. If you sweat a lot, definitely change your pajamas. Don't put the same ones back on. Brush your teeth. Check your ears. Check your nose. Wash your hair. Clean your feet. Ugh, I'm out.
Smells so bad. These can't be the same girlies watching 304 TikTok. Y'all know all the tips and tricks, and it's still not adding up. Now I get it, you may have a day, but to go into a bathroom where it's sour, the bathroom smells tart, the smell consumes you to the point where you have to walk back out or you want to walk back out. Now we have to see our gyno. Now we have to drink some green juices and lay off the soda. Now we have to make sure the man that we are laying down with is not laying down with 10 other people, because the pH balance is off and something is amok. So I want the ladies down below to drop some tips on how to correct odor down below. All right, let's help the girlies out.
Where I was talking about how I had sex with, was it 3 men in a day?
Yes.
And then I ended up getting a yeast infection.
Yes.
I came out pretty unscathed for just a yeast infection.
Right.
Considering what I could have gotten.
Right. But did you think
So I think about the ramifications
Yes.
of telling people that I had sex with multiple men. Yes, I don't care. It's the truth. If you don't see me as a potential dating person, then great. One less heart to break. Leave me alone, and I'm going to continue to live my truth.
But you do understand, Brittany, that's hard for a man. Look, like you said, public versus private. Now, if you and I having a conversation, and you're sitting there, we have a conversation, and you say, well, Shannon, I slept with this many men. Okay, that's one thing. That's between you and I. But to have that conversation, and then everybody, Sam, John, and everybody else knows it, that's a whole different ball game, Brittany.
That's fine with me. I mean, I feel that.
But see, that's selfish, because all you're thinking about is you. What about him? He's got to be with you.
He has got to be with me,
No,
or
what I'm saying-
he has the privilege to be with me.
Delusional.
Okay.
Because you know how many women you've slept with?
Britt, that's...
You know how many women you've slept with?
They were trying to compare.
Do you know how many women you slept
Yes.
with? Double digits? Triple digits. Here we go, sitting back in this position.
Brittany.
Double or triple?
Brittany, I'm the interviewer.
Man.
You at the interview.
I can't ask any questions?
You can ask questions.
Okay, so
when you have your podcast, invite me on and you and I'll have this conversation, okay? Now, back to our originally normal scheduled program. You do understand that a man pride his woman to know, look, I don't have any problem. You know, 3 bodies, 4 bodies, 5 bodies, 10 bodies. That what you did before me, long as I'm pretty lenient. Because I'm kind of, lawyers, doctors, exotic dancers, yeah. So you love what you love.
Wow.
But it's a high bar to hurdle if she makes things that she's done.
See, what's happened is this has led to that, right? When you, as the lady said, let so many guys touch your love button, right? As the first lady said, a lot of you probably weren't taught by your mothers. A lot of you don't have any fathers, right? Nobody's teaching you hygiene. You don't pick it up anywhere. There's a lot of ladies running around acting like they're men. Do you know how many ladies wipe from back to front? They're pretty much wiping it in there. There's so many ladies that wipe like this. You're pretty much putting it in there. They need to do one of those, what's the name tests, right? Where you get statistics. I bet you if they did a statistics test, around 40% of ladies wipe from back to front, pretty much putting it in there. Like, also what happens in the West is a lot of you ladies are not using bidet. So you're not using a bidet. Also, you're not using, what do you call that? The first lady said it. Will you squeeze lemon juice or squeeze vinegar in there? Douches. Many of you ladies are not using douches. I remember I would go in the bathroom. I saw this big pink douche in my house, right? It was my mother's. I saw a pink douche with a white tube. I said, "What is that?" My mother told me what it was. I said, She was taking care of herself. A lot of you ladies need to do the same.
Real talk.
This smell like something died in that mother.
So I saw this video where the guy was talking about he was dating this chick and she had a little fishy odor down there. He said that she tried Monistat, she was trying Vagisil, Dush, and nothing was working to get rid of the smell. Ladies, your cooch is not supposed to be smelling fishy, and if it does, something is off balance. You got a pH problem, bacterial vaginosis, but there's no quick fix for that. A lot of times when women have this type of problem, you're probably having unprotected relations with a man who's having unprotected relations with somebody else. That bacteria swapping back and forth is not the move. You need an OBGYN, have regular checkups, and know who you're being intimate with. Men, you got to understand that your choices directly affect her body. And then we got to talk about choices too, because if you're with somebody who's lying to you, cheating on you, they hiding their phone, they always got a different excuse of why they routine switching up, be mindful of that. You shouldn't be sleeping with somebody you can't trust. And if you are, wrap it up, honey, because a pH problem is the least of your worries. You out here risking your health, your safety, and your peace of mind. And men, be mindful too, because if you know you hadn't been out there fooling around with anybody else and she doesn't usually have a smell and suddenly she comes home with one, she might be out there swapping bacteria too. Protect yourself, protect your health, and protect your peace.
Like, who taught you bros how to wash up? Smells like fucking Sherman's condo in here. I literally just got done cleaning the toilet. It's literally gross. I cannot fathom how some of you even have men or girlfriends. Whew. Gross. That perfume didn't do nothing for it either. It still stinks in here.
Having multiple sex partners is literally horrible hygiene physically. Why? Because you are literally storing multiple strands of DNA inside your body. But 10, considering that they're both male entities, that is storing their DNA inside your portal. The DNA is not compatible whatsoever. Actually happening inside your portal without you even knowing it. We'll know it. I know for a fact the guy knows if a woman has been with another man, but I wonder if the guy knows. You know what I'm saying? See, ladies, we are animals our damn selves, right? In our own right. Leave behind a scent. We all carry a certain scent that we leave behind. Imprint on the women that we have sex with. Anytime we have sex with you, we end up leaving a scent behind. So if you end up getting dominated by another man, we can feel that energy because of us imprinting on you. We can tell when another man imprints on you. Not only that, they leave their scent behind. So if you have an off smell to you, either you will need to go get checked because something's not right down there, or that is indication that you have had sex with someone else and they have left their scent behind. And a lot of you think that, okay, I can wear a rubber to negate this, but no, the scent is still left behind. It might be a faint scent, but it is a scent. And then not only that, you smell like a rubber. So there's no reason to try to get around it. All right. So keep that in mind when you're having sex with multiple partners, ladies. Keep your godhood up. Ashe.
And that's the issue. That's the issue at hand. He said it. Ladies and men aren't supposed to be just, hey, give me some of that. Hey, give me some of that. Hey, give me some of that. But for men, it's a lot different. It is, because that's your womb. Protect your womb. This shouldn't be let me tell you what's going on. Like, guys know it, right? There's tons of Brittany Renners running around, and you see what she did with Shannon Sharp? What about you? What about all the bodies you had? Because he said, I've had my time, but it's different. Men don't walk around with a smell unless they nasty. You know what's happening to some of you ladies? Some of you ladies are dealing with men who don't have good hygiene themselves, and they're squirting in you, and they already smell. They have a little bit of a stench. You ladies know that stench, right? I've had ladies go down on me and say, "You're not drinking water." They can tell because it's a little salty, right? So if they can tell because it's a little salty that I need to drink more water, imagine a guy that's going from girl to girl to girl, not drinking water, not eating right, not doing this, not doing that. You're going to get all of that. And what's happening with you ladies, hear me out now. Most of you ladies are sleeping with the minority of men. So you're getting that stench from so many other ladies. You're all sharing each other. So when you smell that smell, this is how men think. Because this is how I used to think back in the day. When you smell that smell, that's someone that's taking part in the uckery. Right? What do I mean? Every man knows what the uckery is. They getting that guy, what do you call him? King 6'8" the Great. They got themselves a King 6'8" the Great that's been with this one, and that one, and that one. I can imagine the stories that man got. Because I got some stories myself. The stinky coochies that you smell. Woo! That's not good, ladies. We're saying this to help you, not hurt you. As the man said, multiple sex partners for the ladies is not good. And watch this next video, because it's ladies like this that it's coming from.
Shaming that I don't understand. How does it make sense that if a woman with 30 guys, her pussy is loose, she's had sex 30 times with the same guy, she's not like loose? Slut shaming just doesn't make any sense.
Someone call a search party because these TikToks are lost in Delulu land.
It's a control mechanism to your behaviors and to get you into a spiral of self-shame. You're also self-controlling your behavior. Book on the neuroscience of sex found the brain cannot process emotions effectively or correctly if you have consistent pleasure, and this includes sexual pleasure. Your brain wants you to be slutty in whatever way slutty means for you. You could be slutty with the love of your life and only that one, or you can be slutty with a lot of people. Huh? Shaming get in the way of your sexual health, which are pleasure. And speaking of pleasure, follow Pleasure Science for more. Bye.
Straight evil. You guys see it, man. This is it. They don't see the evilness is coming from them. And what brought it in? Feminism. I can't even give them the proper just do. Feminism brought it in. That's what brought it in. Stinky. This is one of the white ladies. As the girl in the first video, the lady was talking about black women. This, yeah, it's not just black women. It's all. And this is one of the white counterparts here.
I want to explain the psychology behind comments like this. You know, when men say that as women age, they start to depreciate in, they start to depreciate in value, and when they start to sleep with men, they depreciate in value. Yeah. That is not true. The reason that people say this and the reason why this stereotype exists is because the naivety of a woman starts to...
For 2026, right now where I am, it's 2026. You ladies need to banish women like this. You do. Seriously. This is causing the problem. This is the problem. if you feel offended when you go, look, all ladies go through this, right? All ladies use public restrooms. Some don't because of this. But if you step into a public restroom and it has that ooshi washi, somebody need to wash me. Ooshi, oh my gosh, ooshi washi, somebody need to wash me. Or you leave and you feel like, wash me, please. This is the problem. Ladies like this. And she's young too. They believe these lies.
Fade away as she gets older. Not necessarily, no value. The value of a woman never depreciates by age. It never. And it never depreciates by how much men she sleeps with. What the value of a woman increases as she ages because she gains more value. The reason why men say this is because they now understand that your vulnerability cannot be used against you. Your naivety cannot be used against you.
You're so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
So that is why they get younger women and they groom them. They know that they can't groom older women. They know that they can't train them to become who they want to be. So that is why they set women in traps to make them think that they need to start dating men when they're young. And this is why I strongly say, do not date men till you're in your 20s. Don't date men. Build yourself to become the best version of yourself. Use other people's experience, other people, even people that are older than you.
That was the only thing she said right.
Use their experience to level up your mindset, to get rid of that vulnerability, because men will prey on that. Men will use that against you and manipulate you. Do not ever think that the older you get, the more value you have. And that's facts. The older you get, the more value you have. Because when you have more value, you attract value. You attract good men. You attract provider men. You attract men that are able to take care of you. So make sure you're not falling into this trap of this stupidity. So please be wise.
There is nothing that hurts my heart more than seeing a pretty girl who has bad hygiene. Like, we all have had that one girl at our school who's just bad. Like, real my nigga, bro, like, this shit be one of the worst things ever. Like, have y'all niggas ever tried to go flirt with a girl in your class because she was bad as hell? From afar? But when you got up close to her, nigga, it's just like smell hits your nose that you've never smelled before. Like, shit like that really be catching me off guard, bro. Clear, teeth white, everything, but when you get up close to them, they just smell like shit. Like, girls, bro, is there like a reason? It's like a body thing that y'all have going that y'all be having, like, going on within y'all sometimes that make y'all smell like that, bro? Because this is one girl in my school, bro, she's so fucking bad. She just smells like piss. Balance or wet, whatever the hell y'all call that shit, bro. But she dead ass stinks, bro. Honestly, she has perfume and shit. She look clean and shit. She smells like shit. So I ain't gonna lie, bro. If you're a pretty girl with bad hygiene, please fix yourself. Because, like, come on, baby. Like, don't
do is, and what you have to understand is some of these ladies that are pretty. That's why this happens. I've known this. I've been known to experience this, or have experienced this in the past with some pretty ladies. What it is they're getting clapped up. Guys are beating them down. They're getting beat down the most. You know, it's wild. And they say that about ladies too. They even have Bible verses about this. Sometimes beauty can be a curse, especially when a lady's easy, right? And the reason why it can be a curse sometimes, but it's not a curse, but it can feel like it, is because more men are going to try to pursue you. So what happens is more men end up beating them down. They end up getting used, and they want to be used. Like, you see a pretty girl sometimes, it's like, you smell that smell? Run.
Y'all, the difference between an alpha and a sigma, especially when it comes to women, because a lot of times people get it confused. So an archetype of a sigma would be Nicki Minaj. She does not need a crowd to be who she is. Nicki will be by her motherfucking self, standing 10 toes down.
No
She don't
sustain.
have to run with a pack of bitches. It just be Nikki. Alphas have to have like
You're not an
minions and
animal. You're not a
peons
man.
around them to big them up, and you know, like they're going to be the leaders, and then they have a bunch of not so leaders around them. Sigma girlies, like, we are just like the lone wolves. We gonna go in our own path, our own direction. Nobody has to fucking ride with us. We gonna stand 10 toes down by our motherfucking self. That's a Sigma. We're still leaders, so both of us are leaders, and it's not a right or wrong. It's just a difference. Not a right or wrong. It's just a difference.
This is one of the things we need to kill in 2026. Ladies calling themselves alphas. Take a look at this. I got this from ChatGPT. This is what it said. And ChatGPT knows a lot of things. Look, watch this. Key difference people ignore. Men and women don't compete socially the same way. Male systems often involve hierarchy, rank, dominance, competition. Men are like animals. That's why men always say, don't base yourself up on me like a man, because I will check you. You know, there's even been a lot of times I haven't checked people. I tell my wife, if I check everybody, I'm going to jail. Seriously. If I punch somebody in the face, I'm going to jail. I'm going to wire somebody's jaw in 10 different places and also shatter face bones. Look what it says. Female social systems tend to evolve social networks, reputation, influence, relationships. Trying to force women into male dominance frameworks is like using a wrench as a hammer. It kind of works, but it's the wrong tool. Men use that. It's not even supposed to be used for men. But the reason men use it is because we operate like animals. So if you ladies want to take that and say, oh, yeah, animals, yeah, okay, we're animals. You're right, we're the patriarchy. But you're not alpha. We got to kill that talk for 2026. And guys, there's so many videos. I think that's gonna be my next video. Things we need to kill in 2026. Alpha female. Really?
Change your life. A mindset that changes everything for a woman. It is when you truly realize that you have unlimited opportunities with men. When you believe that any man would be lucky to have you. The moment
Unlimited
this clicks,
opportunities.
everything shifts. Your worth skyrockets. Your confidence, the way you carry yourself. You stop begging for the barest minimum. You stop chasing. Stop shrinking yourself to keep a man. Because then you come to understand, really understand that you are the prize. You are the woman that men don't play with. When you walk around with this kind of energy, that quiet assurance that if one man fumbles, 10 more will happily take his place. Your whole aura becomes different. You carry yourself like a woman with options.
Hurry up and buy.
Because indeed, you are the woman with options. That confidence makes any man fall in love, value you, and not because
She's a
you
man.
but because he knows you're not afraid to walk away. Once you embody this mindset, your whole life and your whole love story upgrades. I'll see you again.
Crazy.
The Iceman is coming!
Winter is here.